Dear students, yesterday in my previous video I have explained you these two paragraphs. This one on 27 October 99, 7 years after his mother's death, and the crazy destruction wrought by the cyclone and the surge of the ocean continued for the next 36 hours, although wind speeds. These two paragraphs I explained in my previous class. So now today I shall start from this. For the next 2 days Prashant sat huddled with his friend's family open on the rooftop. They froze in the cold and incessant rain. The rain water washed away Prashant's tears. The only thought that flashed though through his mind was whether his family survived the fury of super cyclone. Was it to be bereaved once again? Dear students, here the author says that they spent the next 2 days on the rooftop. Everyone was so scared that they sat together in a group. It was very cold and the continuous rain washed away Prashant's tears. He was worried about his family members. Maybe he could have lost another family member and would be in grief over the loss of loved ones again. This thought worried Prashant. 2 days later, which seemed to Prashant like 2 years, the rain ceased and the rainwater slowly began to recede. Prashant was determined to seek out his family without further delay, but the situation was still dangerous, and his friend's family pleaded with Prashant to stay back a little while longer, but Prashant knew he had to go. Explanation of this paragraph. The rain stopped after 2 days. It seemed to Prashant that 2 days' time was as long as the duration of 2 years. This shows that it was very difficult for him to pass the time, as the worry about his family well being worried him. The rain had stopped and the water was receding gradually. The water was going downwards slowly. Although it was dangerous to go out, he did not waste any more time and left to find his family. His friend's family requested Prashant to stay back, but he left. He equipped himself with a long, sturdy stick and then started on his 18-kilometer back to his village through the swollen flood waters. It was a journey he would never forget. He constantly had to use his stick to locate the road, to determine where the water was most shallow. At places it was waist deep and progress was slow. At several points he lost the road and had to swim. After some distance, he was relieved to find two friends of his uncle who were also returning to their village. They decided to move ahead together. So, here the author says, with the help of a long stick, Prashant started the 10-kilometer long journey back home. As he passed through the flood water, the journey got inscribed in his mind forever. He had to use the stick to guide him and find the path where the water was shallower. At some places, the water was waist deep and his pace slowed down. At some places, he lost track of the road and had to swim to save himself from drowning. After some time, he was relieved as he got the company of two friends who, along with their uncle, were returning to their village. All of them proceeded together. As they waded through the waters, the scene they witnessed grew more and more macabre. They had to push away many human bodies, men, women, children, and carcasses of dogs, goats, and cattle that the current swept against them as they moved ahead. In every village that they passed, they could barely see a house standing. Prashant now wept out loud and long. He was sure that his family could not have survived this catastrophe. So here the author says author says that when Prashant reached his village Kalikuda, he became numb on seeing the remains of his house. Their belongings were scattered in the water, and some things hung on the branches of the trees just above the flood water. He decided to look for his family at the shelter set up by the Red Cross Society. Uh, so, in this way, Prashant was not depressed. He decided to find out his family. In next class, I shall explain.